Abolishing the gender ministry. Prosecuting women who made false accusations of sex crimes. Blaming South Korea's low birth rate on feminism. These are some of the pledges South Korea's new president Yoon Suk Yeol has made to gain male voters. Fighting against him is 26-year-old Park Ji-hyun. Park made a name for herself as an activist who helped uncover a harrowing digital sex crime network on Telegram, offering images and videos of women in humiliating and degrading poses, or videos of women harming themselves.
We found chat rooms called the Nth Room in July 2019. We spent 5 to 6 hours every day collecting evidence, scrolling through these chat rooms.
She was in journalism school and with a classmate began an investigative project into the online exploitation of women. They ended up bringing down the Nth Room. Their investigation became the subject of a Netflix documentary called Cyber Hell. Park revealed her identity in January and became a senior advisor to the Liberal Party's candidate for president.
I was afraid of the consequences of revealing my identity. I feared, would my family be okay? But after 2 years of activism, I realized that my voice was dwindling.
Since then, she's emerged as a fiery opponent to President Yoon, who swept into office on a wave of anti-feminist rhetoric and his gender split strategy.
There's a huge gap between women and men on how they perceive feminism, and it's a shame politicians used it in the election.
She's now the co-chair of the Democratic Party.
It's remarkable that a woman in her 20s is the leader of the main opposition party in Korea. But when I see a movement to limit and reduce me to only gender issues, I want to tell them this is not a gender issue, it's a social issue.
I think in South Korea, there's this really unhappy collision of a society which is incredibly technologically advanced with super fast internet speeds, super high rates of smartphone ownership, with a country which is really lagging behind on gender equality. And so I think that when you have that combination of factors, it's kind of combustible as far as women's safety online and the ways in which technology are used to further abuse women.
The risks exist in both virtual and real life, fueled by an unusual proliferation of illegal videos taken by microcameras, which come in various hidden forms ranging from glasses to car keys. Over 10,000 cases of digital sex crime were reported in 2021, and 21.5% of them had to do with illegal filming.
It's too easy to commit a digital sex crime. There are people online who have accumulated wealth by buying, selling, and sharing these illegally filmed photos and videos for decades. There were also cases where they said that they would erase these things, that they were digital morticians, and take money from the victims to erase them. This altogether has become a cartel.
Of those convicted of digital sex crimes between 2016 and 2020, more than 81% have only received suspended sentence or a fine, and just 9.4% were sentenced to jail time. Of those imprisoned, 82% received less than 10 months.
The legal system shouldn't just be about prosecuting people. It should also be offering options to people like going to court to get an order to say that someone who has an image is ordered not to share it or is ordered to destroy it. It should also be possible to go to court and ask for damages.
There is an urgent need for a discussion between the government and the police on how to deal with sexual exploitation and the sharing of these materials.
Experts say one of the reasons behind what is animating the party of men involved in any sorts of digital sex crime comes from pervasive misogyny in Korean culture.
I think one of the ways that you see that play out is that it seems quite socially acceptable to a lot of people in South Korea, to a lot of men and boys, to consume these images, to create these images. It's kind of seen by some men as a kind of fun sort of male bonding, rather than being seen as gender-based violence, which is what it is.
Park faces an uphill battle. Men hold more than a whopping 81% of parliamentary seats in South Korea.
내가 만약에 남성이었다면
I saw a lot of sexual comments about me that I wouldn't have gotten if I were a man. If I don't deal with them now, it would happen to another female politician in her 20s. I hope we can grow into a society that guarantees more diversity, regardless of generation and gender.